So I think we got the microphone working. There's runners at first and second following a single and a hit by pitch, and Kenner Lauterbach just struck out, so there's one away. Now batting is the third baseman, Chase Irby. He takes the first pitch low, and they're testing the tornado systems here in Arkadelphia. Here at Henderson State, home of the Reddies, for this 9-inning ball game, as Irby takes another pitch low. 2-0 count for him. Stars taking on the UA Rich Mountain Bucks here this 9-inning ball game. The Bucks have already played some opponents from Region 2, however, not conference games. And Irby, they're going to say that he went around for strike one. They've already faced off against NPC in their non-conference games. And Rich Mountain playing the Oklahoma side of the conference, or of the region, rather. So their conference games will be against Murray State, Redlands. That's a swing and a miss. It squirts away, and Kootenai dives for third. And the umpire calls him safe. There'll be runners at the corners. And it'll be even count 2-2 with one out. But Rich Mountain, they'll face off against Murray State, Western, Carl Albert. They'll face that side of the region in conference play. 2-2 count to Irby, runners at the corners. Third baseman playing in. Irby pops one up in the infield, and the third baseman running in behind the mound and makes the grab, 2 away. Both runners stay put. And that'll bring in the first baseman, Justin Samansky, 2 outs, runner in scoring position. Stars looking to score first here, as they're the away team. First pitch outside to Samansky. It'll be 1-0. This one's grounded down the third baseline. Foul, says home plate umpire. Runners will head back to their bags as the count levels up 1-1. The Stars coming off a pretty long hiatus. No games played last weekend. The last game actually was against SouthArk at Greenbrier High School. Runner takes off for second. Catcher throws down, and they're going to steal home. And the Stars are on the board after the stolen base attempt from Simonelli. Kootenai makes his way home, and it's a 1-0 lead. I believe it's going to be a 2-1 count, as the throw from home plate was just high for the tag. And Simonelli did a good job of hanging on to the base. So 2-1 count to Samansky. Runner is still in scoring position, just at second base now. Fastball up and in, lays off. It's now 3-1 for Samansky. The Stars, no strangers to playing here at Clydeberry Field here in Arkadelphia. Over the last couple of years, they've played multiple games in the spring and fall. High fastball, throw down to third on the stolen base attempt is in time. And that'll be the end of the top half of the first as the Stars take a 1-0 lead. We'll be back for the bottom half. Bryce McGuire on the mound for the Stars. On the mound for the Stars here in the bottom half of the first, getting his first start of the sophomore season is Bryce McGuire. McGuire, part of the World Series team last year, and started a game and threw a complete game shutout in the World Series. As that first pitch finds the strike zone, 0-1. Breaking ball foul to the third base dugout, and it's now an 0-2 count for McGuire. This ball grounded to the third baseman. Irby has it on the throw, and the throw to first is in time on the run from Chase Irby, one away. As Szymanski able to make the stretch in time. That brings up the two-hole hitter for the UA Rich Mountain Bucks. And a quick look at the defense for the Stars. Behind the plate is Gavin Murphy, as that pitch from McGuire is outside, 1-0. In the infield at third is Chase Irby, Kenner Lauterbach at short, Gabe Kutenkeuler at second, and Justin Szymanski at first base. Breaking ball, high that time as well, 2-0. In the outfield from left to right is Ian McCubbin, Ty Ciminelli, and in right field is number 3, Noah Smith. 2-0 count for McGuire on the mound. Last called strike. It's now 2-1. This one's fouled off into the trees behind home plate. And it's now even count, 2-2. It's inside from McGuire. It'll now be a full count. 3-2 coming up. Payoff pitch on the way from McGuire with one out. This one's grounded to Irby again. Bobbles it, picks it up, and the throw on the run will not be in time, as it'll go down as a hit after Irby picked it up and threw it across. So there'll be a runner at first with one out after the bobbled fielding play from Chase Irby. First pitch from McGuire floats out of reach of Kutenkeuler at second base. Run around second, heading for third. The throw in gets past Irby, and the runner or the batter will move up to second. So there'll be runners at second and third now with one out. Missed pick at third. So two runners in scoring position for McGuire here in the bottom half of the first. We'll see how he responds. First pitch bounces, and Murphy keeps it in front of him. It'll be 1-0 after the breaking ball. This one's grounded out of reach of the first baseman into right field. Smith has it. Two runs are going to come in to score, and they're going to try and cut it off or throw him out at second, but it gets away from Lauterbach, and the batter slides safely into second as the Bucks take a 2-1 lead. second, and the tag from Coop Cooler not in time as the runner dives back to the bag safely. So runner at second with 1 out. 2 runs have come across to score on 2 hits and 1 error. And that one called strike on the outside. 0-1. Pitched outside that time, evens it up 1-1. This one's lined up the middle, drops in front of Simonelli, and Simonelli throws it into the cutoff man. Kaminsky has it. There'll be runners at the corners on the 1 out single. So there's runners at the corners, 1 out. First pitch outside, 1-0. Murphy giving signals for the infield. The 1-0 tapped at home plate and foul. Evens it up 1-1. Runner takes off for second. This one's grounded up the middle, out of reach of Cooler. 1 run comes in to score. It'll be an RBI single as Rich Mountain now leads 3-1. They'll have runners at first and second. We're going to have time call, so we'll take a break as they have the mound visit, and we'll be right back. So we're set to resume play here in the bottom half of the first. Some action in the Stars bullpen as Gray Fisher warming up. McGuire stays in the game here. And this first pitch is high, 1-0. Breaking ball outside from McGuire that time. It's now 2-0. This ball fouled off, straight back. It's now 2-1. Second, And the runner's back in time as he's able to get back standing. 2-1 count at the plate with one away. And this grounder to Runabout, throw to second in time, throw to first is in time. A double play to end the inning, and McGuire gets out of it. Bucks lead 3-1 as we head to the top half of the second. And welcome back as we get ready for the top half of the second. Leading off is Justin Szymanski. First pitch, a ball. It'll be 1-0 to start the inning. Another pitch, this time to Szymanski, bounces before it gets to home plate. Now a 2-0 count for him. Another pitch low, and that's now a 3-0 count for Szymanski to start off the second. In the on-deck circle, the left fielder, Ian McCubbin. Szymanski steps back in. 3-0 count for him at the plate. We'll see if he gets the green light here. And high fastball inside for ball 4. And a leadoff walk on 4 straight pitches to start off the top half of the second. And that'll bring in Ian McCubbin. Stars trailing by 2 here in the top of the second. And just one game being played here today. It'll be a 9-inning ball game. And that first pitch is low. 1-0 count. And actually at the plate, it'll be the catcher, Gavin Murphy. As the pickoff move to first. No tag from the first baseman as Szymanski dives back safely. So Gavin Murphy at the plate, the catcher for the Stars. He has a 1-0 count. Nobody out, runner on first. Pitch inside, looked like changeup. And it's now 2-0. Off to first. Tag that time, but not in time as Szymanski gets back safely on a dive. Spell lowered away. And this is also called the ball by home plate umpire. 3-0. This ball catches the outside corner that time. And it's now 3-1 count for Murphy. And I believe there's a problem with the catcher's mitt. I think he may have busted a couple of the laces. And that's looks like that's what it is. He's asking for a new glove. 3-1 count at the plate, nobody out. And runner on first. KJ Battles, the first base coach for the Stars here today. Coach Cannon Lester in the third base coach's box. Fastball alone inside to Murphy. Back-to-back walks to start off this second inning. Now that will bring in the left fielder, Ian McKevin. I have 2 runners on, nobody out. And the catcher calls time to have a word with the pitcher. McKevin getting his first start in the outfield this year. So far, his starts have either been at first base or as a designated hitter, but did play outfield for the Stars last year in postseason play. So he will step in. 2 runners on, nobody out. Third baseman playing just behind even in the corner. Second baseman bails out, and the first pitch breaking ball is low to McKevin. It'll be a 1-0. Szymanski gets his lead. Second baseman holding. Second baseman bails out, and the pitch to McKevin low in the dirt. Lays off of it. 2-0. Away. McKevin lays off of it. It's 3-0. Designated hitter Owen Hudnall in the on-deck circle, and somebody coming out to the Rich Mountain bullpen. Looks like they're going to get an arm warm. And Rich Mountain looks like they're taking the approach. Their bullpen arms are in the bullpen, as opposed to the Stars. They have theirs in the dugout with the rest of the team. And the fastball on the outside is called strike. 3-1. Looks like number 6 for the Bucks is getting loose in the bullpen. Evans fouls this one down the first baseline, out of play, into the trees and the front yard of a lovely home. And it's now a full count, 3-2. Payoff pitch coming up. McKevin squares early. Third baseman stays back, and that pitch is low and in for ball 4. And that has walked the bases loaded with nobody out. And the designated hitter now coming up to hit Owen Hudnall, freshman from OCS High School in Monroe, Louisiana. And we're going to have time called by the Bucks as we have a mound visit. So we'll take a break and be right back. Pitcher for the Bucks will stay in the game. He'll face off against Owen Hudnall as the lefty steps up. Center fielder shading over to the hand side. This one's tapped foul down the first baseline and bobbles the play in foul territory. It'll be an 0-1 count for Hudnall. Shortstop playing off of second. Corner's playing in. And that pitch low and away to Hudnall. Even count 1-1. Center fielder shaded to the right side. And first baseman playing in front of the runner at first. As McKevin gets his lead at first base. And a swing and a miss on the fastball from Hudnall. And it's now 1-2. So we'll see how Hudnall does now with a 2-strike. Bases loaded, nobody out. And spiked fastball, it looked like that time. Evens it up again, 2-2. Wind here today is a light gust over into left field from right field as the catcher gloves that one, keeps it in front. And it's now a full count. Payoff pitch coming up. But the wind about 2 miles an hour from right to left field. So the wind won't be much of a factor today. So a nice sunny day, high of 75. So a relatively warm day compared to what it has been. And Hudnall lays off the high fastball. And they appeal. And he says he did not go. That walks in a run. And it's now 3-2. And we're going to have a pitching change here as the Bucks motion to the bullpen. So we'll take a break and be back with the bases loaded, nobody out. As we get set to resume action, coming in to hit the right fielder, Noah Smith. And he'll come in against a fresh pitcher out of the bullpen for the Bucks. Number 6 checking into the game, a right-hander. Bases loaded, nobody out. 1 run has come in to score on 4 straight walks. So we'll see what Smith does here. First pitch breaking ball, and it's called low, ball 1. Gabe Kutenkuhler, the leadoff hitter for the Stars in the on-deck circle, playing second base today. 1-0 on the way. Breaking ball called strike. Smith thought it was going to come in and hit him before it broke back over the plate. Even count, 1-1. That's ball low and away. Lays off of it, 2-1. Two one pitch on the way to Smith here. Breaking ball up and in. Smith got out of the way of it again, but this time it is called up and in. It'll be a 3-1. In the shadow of the field. The fielder settles under it, calls for it, makes the grab. They're going to test him at the plate. And Murphy makes it. McCubbin moves up to third, and it's a sac fly. As that ties the game 3-3. So it's not a tie ball game. 1 out. Runners at the corners. Top of the order now due up for the Stars as Kutenkuhler comes up to the plate. Kutenkuhler's first chance seeing the new arm out of the bullpen. And he had a single to start off the ball game for the Stars. And he eventually came around to score. Breaking ball inside to Kutenkuhler, 1-0. Breaking ball that time is over the plate, but low. It's now a 2-0 count. And so far today, the Stars have been pretty selective with what they're swinging at. Called strike. 2-1. And the Stars only one hit here in this ballgame so far, but also one error. 3 runs have come across for both teams. However, Rich Mountain, it was on the back of 4 hits. As that's a swing and a miss on the low pitch. Even count now, 2-2. And that runs the count full. Payoff pitch coming up once again for the Stars. Runner in scoring position with 1 out. Runner takes off. This one's grounded up the middle. And they're going to only have to throw it first, but it gets away from the first baseman. Udnall got up from second and tried to make his way over to third, but he is out by a mile. Stars do take the lead. 4-3. As Kutenkuhler's safe on the error. So there's now 2 outs. It's 4-3 Stars. Kutenkuhler on first. Simonelli at the plate. A familiar sight back to the top of the first in this ballgame. Simonelli reached on a hit by pitch. This one's tapped past the pitcher, and second baseman has it. Throw to first in time. And that will bring an end to the second inning as the Stars respond and take the lead 4-3. We'll be back for the bottom half. Welcome back for the bottom half of the second. New pitcher on the mound checking into the game is Gray Fisher. He comes out of the bullpen here in the bottom half of the second. First pitch, runs in and hits the batter. And it's a leadoff hit by pitch to start the bottom half of the second. And they're arguing that he had still been squared around at the time when it hit him. The home plate umpire is going to have a word with the field umpire about it. And they're going to say that he pulled up in time after they talk about it. So it'll be a leadoff hit by pitch. So the runner on first, nobody out. November steps in now for the Bucks. He squares early. And the throw down to second is offline. Coon unable to handle it. There's just going to be a strike at the plate. And the runner moves up 90 feet to second base. It's going to be 0-1. Scores again. This one's in the dirt. And they're going to say he pulled back. It'll be an even count, 1-1. That's right. And it's now a 1-2 count. Even count, 2-2. Count set. Breaking ball is called high. And it's now a payoff pitch coming up for Fisher, 3-2. Pitch coming up. Runner takes off for third. Called strike 3. And they'll be one away on the strikeout as the runner moves up to third base with 1 out. Top of the order now up for the Bucks. This one's fouled straight back. It'll be 0-1 count. There's squares. And he goes around on the bunt attempt. It's now 0-2 as he was unable to make contact with the breaking ball. So now 0-2 count. The fastball lays off of it. 1-2. Another high fastball. Murphy able to jump up and get it in time. Even count, 2-2. Picking fouled off down the third baseline. It'll stay 2-2 with one out. Runner just 90 feet away, representing the tying run here in the bottom half of the second. Ball fouled off, out of play, and another 2-2 coming up. This ball grounded to the shortstop, Lauterbach. Throw to first. In time, 2 away. The tying run does come in to score. And we're now tied 4-4 with 2 outs and nobody on. Called strike, 0-1. Good curveball to start the AB for Fisher. Another curveball, this one inside. Evens it up 1-1. Leans back, gets out of the way of it. 2-1. Third ball grounded, foul down the third baseline, and hits the third base dugout. Even count 2-2 for Fisher. 2 outs here. Third ball, and looks like it crossed Murphy up behind the plate. It's now going to be a full count. Payoff pitch coming up. The 3-2 on the way from Fisher. And it's low in the dirt, ball 4. Up here, runner on first now, 2 outs. Squares early, pulls back. And a called ball to start the AB, 1-0. Off to first. No tag from Szymanski as the runner dives back to the bag safely. Still a 1-0 count at the plate with 2 outs. Breaking ball, low and away, 2-0. This ball given a drive to left field, and McCubbin at the fence, and it is foul by just a couple feet, and likely would have hit the fencing had it been fair, but it is foul and out of play, 2-1. The 2-1 coming up from Fisher. Runner at first gets his lead. Runner takes off for second. Fastball outside. Murphy can't handle it, and there'll be no throw as he takes second base uncontested. And it's now a 3-1 count at the plate. Runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Curveball given a ride to left. McCubbin backpedaling. and makes a diving grab heading back towards the fence for the final out. We'll head to the top of the third, all tied up 4-4. And we'll be back for the top half of the third. Same pitcher on the mound for the Bucks here in the top half of the third. And at the plate is the shortstop, Klinger Lauterbach. He'll lead things off here. First pitch, top to the third baseman. The throw on the run is in time to first base for the first out. And that'll bring in the third baseman, Chase Irby. 1 out on the 5-3 ground out. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Fastball up and in. Evens it up 1-1. Irby gives one a ride to left field. It's going to be over the left fielder's head and into foul territory. A long strike 2 for Irby as he makes his way back to the plate. 1-2, 1 out. Breaking ball inside to Irby that time. 2-2. As he's able to get the count even once again. Inside, hits him in the shoulder. And he'll head down to first base on the hit by pitch with 1 out. Szymanski steps in. He grounds one to the shortstop. Throw to second in time. Throw to first on the double play is missed by the first baseman. And Szymanski will stay at first base with 2 outs as the catcher was able to get the rebound off the first baseman's glove. So there'll be 2 outs on the fielder's choice. That brings in the catcher, Gavin Murphy, with 2 outs. First pitch fouled straight back. 0-1 to start the AB. Count to Murphy. Pitch low and in the dirt, lays off of it. Evens it up 1-1. Fastball tapped at home plate. And it's now 1-2 for Murphy. Samansky makes his way back to first base. Not getting too much of a lead, though. Pitcher comes set. The 1-2 on the way. Curveball fouled off by Murphy. Stays 1-2. He gives one a ride to center field. Center fielder ranges to his right, settles under it, makes the grab, and that brings it into the top half of the third. Still tied 4-4. We'll be back for the bottom half. Welcome back for the bottom half of the third. Coming out of the bullpen for the Stars here in the third inning, Aiden Harrell from Whitehall, Arkansas. He squares around early. They're going to check down, and they're going to say he pulled back in time. It'll be a 1-0 count to start the inning. This one's grounded foul to the third base coach's box. Third base coach makes the play. Even count 1-1. Ball called strike on the outside. 1-2 count now for Harrell. This ball grounded foul down the third baseline as Irby waits to catch it until it was fair. Still 1-2. So even count 2-2. Is outside. Full count, 3-2. Interesting. Payoff pitch from Harrell coming up. This one's lined into left field. McCubbing down to a knee has it. It'll be a leadoff single here in the bottom half of the third. First, nobody out. Breaking ball fouled off to the first base side out of play. 0-1. Pick off the first. Tag from Szymanski, not in time as the runner drives back safely. Good pickoff, but Szymanski unable to hold on to the ball as runners back safely once again. Off the back, and runner's safe on the pick. Szymanski caught it a little bit out in front, came around his body to tag the runner. Oh, 1 count at the plate, nobody out, runner on first. Pick off, and Szymanski again unable to grab the ball on the pickoff as the runner makes it back safely. Breaking ball, fouled straight back. Now 0-2. Oh, 2 count. This ball swinging a miss for strike 3. 1 away. Tag not in time. Runner dives back safely, says the field umpire. Runner squares around, bunts the breaking ball, and home plate umpire calls it foul. It'll be 0-1 as the batter heads back to home plate and the runner heads back to first. Breaking ball called strike, the throw down gets away from Lauterbach. Runner snags second base. It'll be a 0-2 count at the plate. 1 away here in the bottom half of the third. 0-2. 0-2. over, and it's just out of reach, out of play. It'll stay 0-2. 1 out, runner on second. Mix up on Harold that time. It'll be 1-2. This one's tapped fair. Harold lets it bounce, throws to first in time. Szymanski makes the stretch. 2 away. Runner moves up to third now with 2 outs. No count at the plate. 2-0 now following that pitch. Go ahead, run 90 feet away at third. Fastball called strike on the outside, 2-1. Ball up and away. 3-1 count now for Harrell. Lined into left field. Gets foul down the line. And it'll now be a full count, 3-2 with 2 outs. Pitch on the way. Tap foul to the third base side. They'll redo it. 3-2, 2 outs. Go ahead run 90 feet away. Ball, swing and miss for strike 3. Harrell leaves them stranded. We head to the top of the fourth, still tied 4-4. Leading off for the Stars here in the top of the fourth will be Ian McCubbin. We've reached a third of the way through this one. We're basically right where we started, all tied up, as McCubbin rounds this one to the third baseman. Throw across the first in time. And the home plate umpire saying that the play was made in fair territory, so that'll be the first out on a 5-3 ground out. Now batting the designated hitter, Owen Hudnall. Hudnall drew a walk last time up with the bases loaded. So that foul straight net. That'll be 0-1. Even count 1-1. Ball strike that time. It's now 1-2. Hudnall fouls this one straight back. It'll stay 1-2 with one out. The pitch that time. Hudnall lays off of it. Evens it up 2-2. Pitch outside by Hudnall. Runs the count full now, 3-2. Hudnall finds himself in another full count. Breaking ball outside, and that'll be ball four. Hudnall has another walk. First. This one's fouled off at the plate to start the AB. It'll be 0-1. Now batting is the right fielder, Noah Smith. As that one, I think they're going to say that he held up on it. And they're going to say he held back. That'd be a 1-1. Runner on first with one out. Leadoff hitter for the Stars, Gabe Kutencooler in the on-deck circle. And this one's grounded up the middle. And the double play as the second baseman fielded the ground ball on the bag at second. And that brings an end to the top of the fourth. Still tied 4-4. Aiden Harrell back out on the mound here for the bottom half of the fourth. Batter squares early and bunts it straight back to the backstop. It'll be 0-1 to start the AB. He scores again. Fastball inside. I guess they held back or pulled it back in time. Evens it up 1-1. It's going to be 2-1. Strike. Evens the count 2-2. Nobody out here to start the inning. And an even count 2-2 for Harrell. Ball fouled down to the backstop on the third base side. It'll stay 2-2. Swing and miss on the changeup in the dirt for strike 3. And that'll be the first out of the inning. The 9-hole now up to bat for the Bucks. This one's grounded to the third baseman, Irby. A high chopper, and the throw to first is in time, 2 away. That brings in the top of the order now, as Harrell gets 2 quick outs back to back on a strikeout and then a 5-3 ground out. And now the top of the order for the Bucks steps up. First pitch well outside, lays off of it, 1-0. Breaking ball, low and inside, lays off of it, 2-0 now. Inside, and it's going to be ball 3 as it squirts away from Murphy behind the plate. 3-0 count at the plate. Fastball down the middle. And he's going to take that one. It's going to be 3-1. Fastball popped up in the infield. Murphy running back towards the backstop. And it's going to land just on the other side of the netting as we now have a full count, 3-2 with 2 outs. Harrell ended last inning with a strikeout with a runner on third. We'll see if he can end this inning with a strikeout as well. Payoff pitch on the way. Breaking ball well inside. Batter gets out of the way of it. It'll be ball 4. Runner on first with 2 outs. Takes off for second to throw down in time. And he will be out on the stolen base attempt. For out number 3, we head to the top of the 5th. It's going to be still tied 4-4. And we'll be back. Top of the order due up for the Stars here in the top half of the fifth. Gabe Kutencooler steps up, and both offenses have been held scoreless since the second inning, as we've stayed tied in a gridlock 4-4. First pitch to Kutencooler on the way this inning. This one's grounded out of reach of the third baseman into left field, and Kutencooler now has his second double of the day. And not just his second double, but second leadoff double today. That brings in Simonelli. He's got hit by a pitch and was part of the instrumentation to get Kutencooler across first in the top half of first to start the ball game. So Simonelli steps up, running on first, nobody out. Take off, and the tag being held by the first baseman. Simonelli gives a big swing on that one. It's swing and a miss, 0-1 to start the AB. That'll be the one step off for the AB. Simonelli ready at the plate. Kutencooler gets his lead at first. Pitch on the way. This ball low and in. Be an even count now, 1-1. Go outside. Simonelli lays off of that one. Well enough. 2-1. And we have a balk called on the pitcher on the mound. Kutencooler heading over to second base. So Kutencooler finds his way to second. Nobody out. A 2-1 count at the plate for Simonelli as they look to try and break through, take the lead here in the fifth inning. Made it through 4, and we're all tied up at 4 at the moment. Pitch on the way to Simonelli. Swing and a miss on the pitch out to the zone. And it's now 2-2. Shortstop holding Kutencooler at second base. So he lays off the fastball up and away. And it's now a full count. Payoff pitch coming up. Oh, fastball. And it's in the dirt. Catcher keeps it in front of him. Simonelli makes his way down to first base. Nobody out. 2 runners on to start the inning. That brings in the shortstop, Kinder Lauterbach. Second baseman will now hold Kutencooler at second base with the righty up. Shortstop now coming over. Bunt attempt is foul. So it'll be an 0-1 count for Lauterbach here. As the second baseman ran over to cover for the first baseman who was charging on the play. Second time today they've tried to bunt Lauterbach with runners on. He squares again. First baseman charges, but it's a high fastball. 1-1. Lead nine for strike two. Now a 1-2 count for Lauterbach at the plate. Second baseman giving some signals to the pitcher as he'll hold the runner at second base. First baseman playing behind Simonelli at first. Lauterbach squares early again with 2 strikes. Pulls back. Fastball grounded into left field. Pinto runs third, heading for home. The left fielder throws to the third baseman, the cutoff. And that will be an RBI single as the Stars take a 5-4 lead here in the 5th inning. Now batting the third baseman, Chase Irby, following the single. And he'll have the same situation Lauterbach had. Runners at first and second, nobody out. And a lefty, I believe, warming up in the UA Rich Mountain bullpen. As the pitching coach and the head coach looking down to the bullpen. Don't believe there'll be another lefty in the Stars lineup until Owen Hudnall later in the inning. First pitch is high, 1-0. Irby gets the sign from Lester at third base. First baseman now playing in front of the runner at first. Breaking ball, outside, 2-0. This ball grounded to the shortstop. Throw to second in time, throw to first. Is in time, says the field umpire. Simonelli at second made it to third safely. They'll be running at third with 2 outs. And the first baseman, Justin Szymanski, now batting for the Stars. This on the first pitch, breaking ball in the dirt, 0-1. As Szymanski looks to add a little bit of insurance now with 2 outs as the Stars took the lead earlier in this inning. He'll look to try and add a run of insurance here with 2 outs. Same pitch, but Szymanski learned his lesson and lays off of it. It'll be even count, 1-1. Good breaking ball. This one's laid off again as that one crosses low. It'll be 2-1. This ball giving a ride to left center. Left fielder appears to be settled under it. Center fielder makes a drop. He drops it on the dive. Szymanski makes his way to second as it popped right into the webbing of the glove and popped out when he hit the ground. Szymanski, an RBI double. And the Stars now lead 6-4. Bring in the catcher, Gavin Murphy, with 2 outs. Second baseman holding Szymanski. Murphy ready at the plate. First pitch breaking ball. Catcher keeps it in front of him. That'll be a 1-0 count. He's still warming up in the Bucks bullpen. This one bounces. Catcher gets it on a pop, and they're going to tag Szymanski out as he headed for third base. We'll head to the bottom half as we're halfway through this ball game. Stars lead 6-4. to the pen. Jake Ryder for the Stars here in the bottom half of the fifth. First pitch popped up out of play behind the first base dugout. It'll be 0-1. Ball lined out of reach of Irby at third base down the left field line. McCubbin in the corner has it, and he's going to throw it into the cutoff man. It'll be a leadoff double for the Bucks here in the bottom half of the fifth. Runner on second here with nobody out. Stars leading by 2 after 2 runs came across in the top half of the fifth. Just over halfway through this ball game. First pitch breaking ball is up and in, 1-0. The Stars will be playing Friday and Saturday in Crowley, Louisiana. It's John Melvin University in a 4-game set this weekend as the pickoff is unsuccessful as the batter gets back in time. 1-0 count at the plate with nobody out. And we'll be live streaming all 4 of those games this weekend here on YouTube. Batter squares around and pulls back in time. It'll be 2-0 count and a change behind the plate. J.D. Zachary coming in for Gavin Murphy. So Murphy goes through 4 innings behind the plate and gets a couple ABs. And now Zachary comes in, swinging a big miss on the pitch from Ryder that time. 2-1. Looking across the field, looks like no other changes, as we shall have Irby, Lauterbach, Cooler, and Szymanski in the infield, and McCubbin, Simonelli, and Noah Smith in right. Pitch off to second, no throw. That'll be his one step-off move. So now he does have to throw it to the bag if he steps off again. And it has to be to an occupied bag. It's going to be a 2-1 count, nobody away. Runner in scoring position. Batter squares, bunts it back to the pitcher. Zachary takes it, throw to first in time. And the back pick to third, not in time. As there'll be 1 out and a runner on third. And the Bucks found themselves in this position earlier in this ball game. Luckily, Aiden Harrell able to keep the run from scoring. Ryder will look to do the same thing here. Runner on third with 1 out. This one is fly down to left field. McCubbin racing towards the line, makes the grab, and run will come in to score. And they are going to say that it was caught. He did run into a brick wall out there in foul territory, and it dropped after he'd taken a couple steps. So they're going to say he dropped it on the transition. There'll be 2 outs, and the Stars now only leading by 1 after the sac fly. First pitch of the AB down the middle, 0-1. This one's popped up in the shallow right. Cooler running after it. It's going to drop in front of Smith. Run around's first, heading for second, and he will be there in time. But he came off the bag, says the hot plate umpire, and that will be out number 3. We'll head to the top of the 6th. Stars leading by 1. New pitcher on the mound for the Bucks here in the top of the sixth. Lefty coming out of the bullpen. And I do believe it'll be Chase Irby at the plate. That's J.D. Zachary. He came in for Murphy this last half inning. This one's going to ride to right field. Right fielder running back to his right and makes the grab on the run for the first out on the fly ball. That brings in the left fielder, Ian McCubbin, with one out. First pitch to McCubbin is high, 1-0. Breaking ball, taps foul down the third baseline. Into the dugout. It'll be an even count, 1-1 with one away. One to McKevin on the way. Fastball line past the shortstop into left center. Center fielder cuts it off, and it'll be a one-out single for McCubbin as he retreats back to first base. And that'll bring in the designated hitter, Owen Hudnall. Hudnall comes up, runner on first, one out. Middle infield at double play depth, corners even. This one's flied out into right field. Right fielder settles under it, and McCubbin retreats back to first base. There'll be two outs, both on flash to right field. And the wind now starting to blow much more heavily from right field to left. So those last two have caught the wind stream and kind of kept them in the yard a little bit. Now batting the right fielder, Noah Smith. This one's flied out to the right and out of play. Ooh, and it almost just played in that. It's 0-1 count. Two away as Kentucky gets his lead at first base. The wind's starting to blow now, roughly about 8 miles an hour from right to left field. And the breaking ball popped up in the infield. Third baseman running up, stays in fair territory, and makes the grab for the final out. We head to the bottom half of the sixth. Stars leading by 1. Jake Ryder back on the mound here for the bottom half of the sixth. This one's grounded foul to the third base dugout, and it's going to get down the line into the corner as somebody from the Bucks bullpen runs out there to grab it. We'll be waiting for them until they do. Home plate umpire's taking his sweet time. Waiting on you. Attaboy. All right. 0-1 count to start the inning. Breaking ball drops in for strike two for Ryder. Breaking ball, swing and a miss, strike three, one away. Pitch tipped up and out of play behind the first base dugout. Another car narrowly gets out of the way. It'll be 0-1. This ball popped up out of play, same spot. Luckily, no cars around this time. It'll be 0-2. This one's fouled off at the plate. It'll stay 0-2. This one's popped up into left field and out of play down the line. Stays 0-2 with one out. Base on the breaking ball. He's going to say that he did, and he throws down to first to complete the strikeout. Two away on back-to-back punch-outs for Ryder. Two outs for Ryder on the mound. Able to miss at the breaking ball, 0-1. Another breaking ball. This one in the dirt, and it's laid off of. That'll be a 1-1 count. Even count 1-1. Two away. And down ball, I believe, at the plate. It'll be 1-2. 1-2 from Ryder. The bounce is on its way to the plate. It'll be an even count, 2-2. 'Breaking ball, low and away. It's laid off of it, and that'll run the count full. 3-2 payoff pitch on the way from Ryder with two outs. Swing and a miss for strike three. Ryder gets three strikeouts in a row. Great aim. And we'll be back for the top half of the seventh. Stars lead 6-5. up for the Stars will be the second baseman, Gabe Kuhncooler. He'll lead things off in the seventh. He's got 2 singles so far today. Lefty still on the mound for the Bucks after this last half inning. And a wave and a miss at the first pitch breaking ball, 0-1. So a breaking ball lined down to right field. It's going to get down in foul territory, just on the right-hand side of the foul line. It'll be 0-2 for Kuhncooler as he makes his way back to the plate. Oh, 2 for Kuhncooler at the plate to lead off the top of the seventh. This one's tapped foul to the third base dugout. Stays 0-2. Field shallow, and first baseman gives chase, and it'll be out of play as it bounces into the SouthArk bullpen. Still 0-2 for Kuhncooler. He's found a way to see a couple pitches this AB, but still the same count. This ball grounded up the middle. Shortstop ranging to his left has it, and throw to first is in time as the first baseman came off the bag and was able to reestablish before Kuhncooler got there. It'll be 1 out on the 6-3 grounder. In steps the center fielder, Ty Simonelli. Simonelli's reached base quite a few times today as well. The fastball hits Simonelli in the helmet, and I don't think it caught him square in the head, but it did catch him as he's going to take a break before he heads down to first base. Knocked his helmet off, but able to remain standing on his own power. We'll likely take a break here, make sure he's all right. So we'll be back here shortly for the rest of this half inning. So Simonelli is going to come out of the ball game. Coming in for him is Tanner Powell, Louisiana native. He'll be checking in at first base for him. And Simonelli walked all the way down to first base on his own, but this being a midweek game and with the Stars playing this weekend, likely just being taking some precautions with Simonelli, as he's also committed to go to D1 school down in Louisiana next year. Tanner Lauterbach coming up to hit. Powell gets his lead at first. And that one bounces on the way to home plate. Catcher bodies it, keeps it in front of it. It'll be a 1-0 count. It's a lefty on the mound. Powell has to be careful of the pickoff move here. Breaking ball grounded out of reach of the shortstop into left field. Powell rounding second. Holds up at second base. And Lauterbach has himself a single. And the second baseman trying to see if they can catch Powell sleeping after he made his way to second. Runners at first and second with one out. Brings in the third baseman, Chase Irby. Let's see if he can get things going here. He's been silent so far today. Breaking ball, tap to the shortstop. Throw to second in time. Throw to first is called out number 3 on a bang-bang play at first base. And we will head to the bottom half. Stars still leading just by 1, 6-5. Coming out of the bullpen, number 30, Paxton Smith. He comes in with a 1-run lead here in the bottom of the 7th. And in center field will be Tanner Powell as he checked in for Simonelli after the hit by pitch last inning. Batter squares around, pulls back, and it's a called strike to start the OD. 0-1. Fastball inside. Zachary able to keep it in his glove. It'll be a 1-1 count as it evens up. This ball up, says home plate umpire. 2-1. Nice. Even count, 2-2. Smith able to work his way back even. And Paxton, a freshman from Louisiana, recently made some jumps in velo as that one's fouled off at the plate. It stays 2-2. Pitch high and inside. Batter able to get out of the way of it, and he's going to ask for a new ball. It'll be a full count to start the inning. Payoff pitch coming up from Smith. And it'll be a leadoff walk here in the bottom half of the seventh. Not what you want to see coming out of the bullpen. Top of the order now up for the Bucks. Runner on first, nobody out. As Szymanski holds the runner at first base. Batter squares and bunts it down the third baseline. Irby takes it, throw to first. In time, and they will take the out as the runner moves up 90 feet to second base, one away. So the runner in scoring position now with one out. Powell playing straight up in center. Cooler holding the runner at second base. Lauterbach well into the 6-hole. First pitch up from Smith, 1-0. Fastball inside, 2-0. From Smith on the way. Pick off the second, no throw. Smith back out of the mound. 2-0 on the way to the plate is outside, 3-0. This one finds the strike zone. There'll be a 3-1 count with one away. One out. And a runner in scoring position for Smith. This one's fly down the right field. Smith ranges to his left, makes the grab. Throw to third, and is cut off by Lauterbach. And Irby tags not in time at third base. There'll be two outs. The tying run 90 feet away. Two outs for Smith. The tying run 90 feet away at third base. And the heart of the order due up for the Bucks. First pitch slider called strike to start the AB 0-1. Fastball lined into right field. Foul out of play. 0-2. The 0-2 from Smith. Grounded to the second baseman, Cooler. He has it. The throw to first in time. And Paxton Smith able to get out of the jam. Stars preserve their one-run lead. We head to the top of the eighth, still 6-5. Leading off for the Stars here in the top of the 8th, Justin Szymanski. He'll lead it off top of the 8th. Behind him will be the catcher, J.D. Zachary. They'll try to add some insurance here late in this ball game. First pitch breaking ball up to Szymanski. 1-0. Breaking ball up again to Szymanski to start the AB. 2-0 now. Pitch in the dirt. Szymanski lays off of it. It's 3-0 now. And it looks like there's some action in the Bucks bullpen. They've got somebody that's about to take the mound to warm up. Looks like it's going to be a right-hander. Number 50. And that'll be ball 4 on 4 straight pitches to start the inning. That brings in the catcher, J.D. Zachary. And looks like we're going to have an offensive timeout here from Coach Lester. Oh, no, we're going to have a substitution. So coming in to run for Justin Szymanski will be number 22, Jeff Hudnall. And looks like it will also be an offensive timeout. So Szymanski coming out of the ball game for Jet Hudnall. He'll get his lead at first base. Zachary at the plate, and Ian McCubbin in the on-deck circle was also involved in the offensive timeout. So we'll see what they're going to do here. Zachary steps in. Hudnall gets his lead. Lefty on the mound. Already in the bullpen. So it'll be interesting to see when they try to go to him. First pitch, breaking ball is outside, 1-0. For Zachary at the plate. This ball called strike on the outside corner. Evens the count up, 1-1. A bit further outside, and umpire calls it as such. It's going to be a 2-1 count. Corners playing in. Play dead. Zachary squares, goes back, and fouls this one straight back. Evens it up, 2-2. So the 2-2 to Zachary. Hudnall gets his lead. Zachary squares and pulls back. A breaking ball outside. It's called a ball. We now have a full count, 3-2. Payoff pitch coming up with nobody out and a runner on. Breaking ball low for ball 4. And he will head down to first base. Runners at first and second. And there was some confusion in the Bucks dugout. They thought it was ball 3. The home plate umpire and the field umpire say that it is ball 4. So runners at first and second, nobody out. Ian McCubbin comes up to hit. We'll see what they do here after he was involved in that offensive timeout. First baseman playing up in front of the runner at first. Third baseman playing even with the baseline. Shortstop holding Hudnall. First pitch fastball in the dirt, 1-0. Be interesting to see if they're going to try and keep this lefty in there to face Owen Hudnall, who's on the on-deck circle. The fastball away, 2-0. Second baseman now holding the runner. Shortstop moves over to cover the 6-hole. Fastball grinded to the shortstop, flip to second, throw to first, and they're both in time. A double play, and that insurance run now at third base with 2 outs. We'll see if Owen Hudnall can come through in a clutch moment to give the Stars some insurance. Runner just 90 feet away, lefty-lefty matchup for him. Flied out to right field his last time up. Breaking ball. I believe he's going to be called outside. 1-0. And then safe at the plate, but it's the same result. It'll be a 1-1 count with 2 away. Straight back, and it's now 1-2 for Hudnall at the plate as he falls behind in the count. His older brother, Jet, 90 feet away, looking to come in and score. Infield playing back at regular depth. Breaking ball outside again, I believe. May have been up as well. Evens the count up 2-2. He lays off of it. Hudnall able to work a full count now with 2 outs. The 3-2 on the way. This for strike 3, and that brings an end to the top of the 8. Still 6-5 Stars. We'll be back for the bottom half. See Smith coming out back for the 8th inning, as he did put up a 0 in this half, in the bottom half of the 7th. This one's grounded to Irby at third base, running across the throw in time, one away. And the field umpire this game so far been pretty, I wouldn't say one-sided, but been pretty favorable to the fielding team as he gets that one. It'll be 1 out. First pitch fastball, called strike on the outside, 0-1 for Smith. And after the pinch runner coming in for Szymanski, Jet Hudnall's in left. This one's fly just over the shortstop into left field. And as soon as I say his name, he's involved. Jet Hudnall has it, the throw in. It'll be a 1-out single for the Bucks. So a quick look at the defense for the Stars. Behind the plate, J.D. Zachary, Irby at third, Lauterbach at short, Kutenkeuler at second, and coming in from the outfield to play first is Ian McCubbin. Jet Hudnall goes out to left field, Tanner Powell in center, and Noah Smith still in right. Runner on first, 1 out. This one's popped up out of play behind the first base dugout. It'll be 0-1. Picking the slider that time, and Zachary keeps it in front of him. It's going to even the count up 1-1 as the batter thought it was going to hit him and kind of braced for it a little bit. So the 1-1 on the way from Smith. This one's grounded to the third baseman, Irby. Throw to second in time, and the throw gets away from Kutenkeuler. So it'll be a fielder's choice with 2 outs. And Kutenkeuler unable to handle the ball on the transfer to first base. So that'll be 2 outs, runner on first. First pitch from Smith in this AB, called strike, 0-1. Well outside, Zachary able to get a glove on it. And had to look down at first base to see if the runner went. It's going to be a 1-1 count with 2 away. That pitch from Smith is going to be just a bit low. Umpire may have called it outside. It's going to be 2-1. Another pitch, low and away. It's going to be 3-1 for Smith on the mound. And he'd hate to lose him here with 2 outs. And likely, ideally would love to get it done early here in this inning. The 3-1 with 2 outs from Smith. Runner takes off. High fastball for ball 4. And there'll be runners at first and second. No, 2 outs. And so far, that's kind of happened a couple times so far for the Stars this game. 2 outs and then a 2-out walk. Luckily, for the most part, it hasn't come back to bite them. It looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter coming in for the Bucks. He'll come in with runners at first and second, 2 out. This ball tapped to the third baseman, Irby. He's going to throw it across the first, and McCubbin misses it. And the tying run's going to come in to score on the error. And it's now 6-6. And we're going to have time called as Coach Dow heads out to the mound. We'll take a break and be right back. Paxton Smith stays in the ball game. There'll be runners at the corners with 2 outs. And he'll look to try and get another ground ball here. First pitch called strike, 0-1. Hudnall's coming in a couple steps, as is the rest of the outfield. 0-1 count at the plate. This one's grounded back up the middle. Kuhnkühler has it. Flip to Lauterbach, and the tag at second is in time. We'll head to the top of the ninth, tied 6-6. We're set here for the top of the ninth, and due up for the Stars is the 9-1-2. New pitcher out of the pen for the Bucks, a right-hander. Up to bat, Noah Smith, the right fielder for the Stars. And so far, the line for the Stars, 6 runs on 5 hits and 2 errors. And the line for the Bucks, 6 runs on 8 hits and 2 errors. First pitch was outside, 1-0. Fastball outside again, 2-0. We'll see what Smith can do to kind of get things off on the right foot here in the ninth inning. Stars looking to get that 1 run back that they surrendered in the bottom half of the eighth on the error at first base. Fastball outside again, 3-0. Then and hit Smith on what would have been ball four. He decides he wants the hit by pitch instead, and he'll head down to first base. That brings in the leadoff hitter for the Stars, Gabe Kuhnkühler. He comes up, a runner on, nobody out to start the inning. This one's lined into left field. Left fielder makes a diving grab, and Smith retreats back to first base. Kuhnkühler got every bit of the baseball, and the left fielder playing into the line gets the first out. So runner on first with one out following the line out to left field. In steps the center fielder, Tanner Powell. He came in for Simonelli after a hit by pitch where he got hit in the helmet. Squares, and this one's fouled off. It's going to be 0-1 to start the AB. A 1 count for Powell at the plate. Smith gets his lead at first. Pitcher checks him. Fastball up and away. Even count, 1-1. One with one away. Runner takes off. This one's fly down to left center. Left fielder running back and makes the grab for the second out. Ranging back into his left. And Smith retreats back to first base in time. 2 outs. Now batting the shortstop, Kinder Lauterbach. 2 outs with the runner on. We're going to try and do this with 2 outs. Fastball down the middle, called strike one. This one's grounded to the third baseman. He sets his feet to throw to first. Big time. We'll head to the bottom half of the ninth as the Stars look to keep it tied and head to extras. All tied up 6-6. Dixon Smith on the mound here in the bottom of the ninth. He'll look to keep it tied as Stars will look to try and push this thing to extra innings. First pitch inside, 1-0. So inside, 2-0. That time catches the inside part of the plate. It'll be a 2-1 count to start the inning. Nobody out. Pitch inside and is called a strike. Evens the count up 2-2. This one's pounded into the dirt, out of reach. Lauterbach makes the grab. The throw to first will not be in time. And there'll be a leadoff single for the Bucks here. Nobody out. Chase Irby at third, playing in. Runner square or batter squares. Back pick to first. No tag from McCubbin. It'll be a 1-0 count at the plate. One attempt. Pulled back in time. It's 2-0. Batter squares, pushes it up the first baseline. And no play from Smith as it's a bunt single. Runners at first and second, nobody out. And we're going to have an offensive timeout from the Bucks here, so we'll take a break and be right back. Set to receive play. Runners at first and second, nobody out. Batter squares. This one's bunted back to the pitcher, and the throw down to first in time. The winning run just 90 feet away with one out. Nobody or a righty warming up in the Stars bullpen. Number 18, Carson Zachary. There's one out, two runners in scoring position, although the first one's the only one that matters. Infield for the Stars playing in on the grass portion of the turf. First pitch outside, 1-0. Slider backs up on him a little bit, and it's inside, 2-0. Batter squares, pulls back, and it's a called strike, 2-1. This one's fouled at the plate. It stays, and now it'll be an even count, 2-2. Slider tapped past the pitcher to throw to first in time for the second out. And there's now 2 away. Runners at second and third. Stars now just needing 1 out. And they're going to intentionally load the bases. Bases loaded, 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth. Do or die situation for the Stars. They need 1 out to push into extra innings to have a chance at this ball game. The pitch from Smith. Fastball outside, 1-0. It's going outside again. It's now 2-0 for Smith on the mound. The winning run 90 feet away at third base. Started on in. Biden kind of leaned into it a little bit. Didn't hit him though. It'll be a 3-0 count. And Smith here needs a strike. Pick off to third. And the tag not in time from McCubbin. Or from Irby, rather, my bad. Three count at the plate, 2 outs. Called strike down the middle, 3-1. Three one from Smith on the way. And it's low for ball 4. And that's the ball game as the Bucks walk it off on a walk. We'll be back later this week for a 4-game set against John Belgian starting Friday. We'd like to thank you for joining us tonight as your final score is 7-6 Bucks.